catch made by number 9, Joshua Tinch.
Just a little late on the blitz. They're blitzing from the outside from deep, and it's not getting there soon enough. And you're exactly right. Had enough time with a late blitz to throw the ball over the middle.
Gary, it seems to me that they're asking the blitzers to come a long way.
Yeah, they're trying to disguise it. You'll see watch how long before you see a blitzer. Folks, that means how long before the blitzer comes in? That guy's got time to throw. It's almost like a non-blitz. You got to have everybody covered for 4 seconds to get the guy in there.
14-yard gain, first down and goal for the Cardinals. Bush back in the game at tailback. Why not? Pretty good job that time by the guts of the West Virginia defense. Boo McClee in there. And so was Warren Young getting some time at nose tackle, also number 90. Again, playing for the injured Ernest Hunter.
West Virginia pretty salty against the run, giving up only 94 yards a game in rush defense. That's been the strength of their defense against the run. Michael Bush, he gives them a look that maybe they haven't seen this year.
Well, a couple little streaks were broken. A big streak. West Virginia had not allowed a rush touchdown by a Big East opponent in the last 3 years in the first quarter. That streak died when Bush scored from 5 yards out of the first quarter. At only 20 points given up by the Mountaineers in the first quarter this year, counting today. Trying to get into the end zone. No chance that time. Good hit by Wicks to keep Gary Barnage out of the end zone. Wicks a solid blast there, knocked him out of bounds at the 2, brings up 3rd down and goal.
Out of bounds by Wicks.
Nice little naked bootleg there.
3rd down.
There's the hit. It is football. It is football. It's not basketball. It's not volleyball. It is football. They hit you.
You may hear the bells in the background. They ring them here on 3rd down. Louisville, a lot of motion on 3rd and 2 when they run to that empty side. They load up the right. And they don't get it. Great job that time. Penetration by Lorello. No gain.
Who is it? Lorello. Mike Lorello. He's everywhere. This guy is their special guy. He is a special player that just has a knack for getting to the ball. They've overloaded this side with about every possible blocker. Lorello fights through, gets his arms around, and brings Michael Bush down. Again, Michael Bush fought for a yard or 2, but that was critical. To force them right here to a field goal, you had to have that for West Virginia.
Parmadian, he is 5 of 7. This will be a 19-yard attempt. A little bit of an odd angle, but he's left-footed. And he pops it straight through. Louisville built up a double-digit lead, but they got down to the 2. And an explosive offense like that could not punch it in. So you have to feel fairly good if you're West Virginia. They are still in this game with plenty of time in our second quarter. ABC Sports presentation of college football brought to you by Pontiac. Go online and nominate your Pontiac game-changing performance. By Aflac. Ask about it at work. By Stanley Tools. Make something great. And by Anheuser-Busch. Smooth and refreshing Bud Light. Great taste for your great time. Good look at the West Virginia campus there, and now a good look at Mountaineer Field. Milan Puskar Stadium, they call it now, at Mountaineer Field. Sold out for this one. You see a little bit of red beginning to creep in. Terry, I'm impressed with the representation of the visiting team here. Look at that little section of red.
Well, they know how important this game is, Dave. The Louisville people, after losing to South Florida, they know how important this game is. West Virginia looked like the biggest hurdle they had to cross to get back in the race for the Big East. If they win this game, South Florida, I believe, lost today. Was that a final?
They were losing to Pitt 21-17.
We'll get later on that one, but this thing is not over yet. There's going to be some losses out there.
Let's see if that wind helps the kicker out. Bernardo, give it a shot. As a hole, and it closed. And they'll beat on him for a little bit before he is finally brought down by Dion Palmer. Well, one of the all-time coaching legends, Terry, honored today on his way to the College Football Hall of Fame, Don Nehlen.
Oh, Don Nehlen, what a great coach. At West Virginia, he's everything. 2 undefeated regular seasons, went 11-0 twice. Rich Rodriguez played for him. There has not been a great. My dad coached here years ago, and just for a few years, but Don Nehlen, 20 years at West Virginia, has meant so much to this team, this university, and this state. One of the great coaches in college football, Don Nehlen.
Very deserving of his College Hall of Fame honor. Now, into the game, our first look at quarterback and Pat White. Number 5, he carried the ball once on a reverse. Now he gets the chance there in the sunshine. Lefty, different look for Louisville. and he fires incomplete. Well, we mentioned Don Nealon. He is with our Trenny Kusnarek. Trenny?
Well, Coach Nealon, first of all, congratulations on your induction into the College Hall of Fame. Where does this rank among your career accomplishments?
Well, you know, when you're a football coach, when you receive an honor like this, it's just unbelievable. And, you know, when you're coach also, you got to thank a lot of people, because I had some decent success, but I owe that to a lot of people.
You look back at your career here at West Virginia, 21 years. What is maybe your fondest memory?
Well, you know, I'm not sure. I think that our second year we beat Florida in the Peach Bowl and then opened up with Oklahoma down in Norman, and we won that game also. And from that time on, people said, hey, maybe they do have a football team, because up until then they only knew about the basketball team.
Well, you told me you live just 8 miles up the road from here. What do you think about this year's West Virginia team and their chances in the Big East?
I think we're pretty good. I thought we'd win this game. I still think we'll win it. I think we're a little nervous right now, but this is going to be a whale of a game. We're a good football team, and as you can see, this is a great place to play.
All right, thank you very much. Congratulations again, guys. Back up to you.
All right, after a slip on a pass brings up 3rd down and 14. Louisville brings the heat. Elvis in pursuit of White, but look at the quickness to escape from Elvis. He gets it, picks up a few yards, but he'll be 4 short. Preston Smith finally makes the stop, but White's got a quick first step.
Well, Pat White out of Mobile or Daphne, Alabama, in Mobile, around Mobile. Great quickness, great runner. This is what he brings to the table. West Virginia has not been able to establish any running attack. Obviously, they want to bring some runs in, although you could tell he was nervous. He hit 2 poor throws that could have been completions in that first series of his.
Jones and Haskins. Jones, the deep man, number 86. There he is right there.
Remember the wind now, because now it plays against the punter for West Virginia. They've not been able to punt into the wind very well.
This is very hot. And you can see the wind play with this. And in heavy traffic, the catch is made by Montrell Jones. That took an enormous amount of concentration to make that grab. Very good field position for Brian Brom and all the toys he has on offense. We'll see what he does with them from his own 39-yard line after this. They're happy. Their team, the road team here in front. Louisville Cardinals leading West Virginia in this important Big East matchup 10-0. Louisville trying to reestablish their footing in the Big East after they were knocked down by the University of South Florida. Oddly enough, that is the Mountaineers' next opponent.
Yeah, Louisville's been so-so on the road, very good at home. A great start for Louisville in a very hostile crowd in Morgantown, West Virginia.
Yeah, they have to be happy with the way this play sounds. And look at that diving effort by who else but Mike Lorello.
That's what you call baiting a quarterback into throwing an interception. Mike Lorello sat back and let the quarterback see an open receiver. He just watch the quarterback see it. You'll see Lorello come into the play here. He sets back. It's right here. He sets back at the end and lets the receiver seam open, then breaks in front of him.
They have not been able to get Urrutia loose. He had a big touchdown against North Carolina. He averages 28.8 yards per catch, number 1 in the NCAA, and they have not been able to get him deep. They hold off on the blitz down the middle. First down for Louisville. Instead, they go to number 9, Joshua Tinch. He's had a big game so far in this first half. All right, earlier we asked you the Aflac trivia question. Who are the only players to be named Big East Defensive Player of the Week 4 times in a season? Now, the first name that I thought of was Miami's Dan Morgan. Who did you think of?
I said Dwight Freeney for Syracuse was my first thought.
All right. And
remember, he had those great sacks.
Hey, we know our Big East football.
Look, I got him.
Nate Webster, another Miami linebacker, is the other. Now, there is one player who's been named Big East Player of the Week 5 times. Can you guess that one? Not on defense. We'll let everybody think about that after Brom takes a deep shot down the field here and overthrows Urrutia. Now, who would you pick for the 5-time Big East player? Oh, you've heard of him.
Ken Dorsey.
No, Michael Vick.
Oh, Michael Vick. Oh, well, that's brain lock when you forget Michael Vick.
All right, that man right there who didn't know who Michael Vick was is Terry Bowden.
I knew who he was. Didn't know he won them all.
I'm Dave Lamont. Trenny Kusnarek is on our sidelines. And let's take a look at what we've seen so far here, Coach.
Well, so far it's been all Louisville on the offense. Michael Bush has been their runner. He shows his outside speed here. He runs up the middle. He also shows his speed. West Virginia bows its neck and holds it to a field goal on the next drive. And we sit there 10-0. Louisville as Louisville has been able to control the clock. The storyline of this game so far, West Virginia needed to control the clock, needed to have sustained drives, run the ball, mix in, control. They haven't been able to do it. They have no running attack. They've only got half the time on the field of Louisville. Louisville has taken over West Virginia's offensive game plan.
And Bush has 98 yards out of that 218 on the ground. And you see he's outgained West Virginia by himself.
Yeah, this is just a masterful job. Again, going into this game, Bobby Petrino felt patience on offense. That's really the first deep ball outside that's been thrown by Louisville.
Cardinals 5 out of 9 on third downs. Got to get this play off. It's going to be third down and 10. Delay of game penalty coming up. This play will not count. This will not count. There is a flag all the way in the West Virginia backfield. It'll be third down and 10.
Prior to the snap, delay of game, number 12 on the offense, 5-yard penalty. It remains third down.
Surprisingly, Terry, that's his second one.
Second delay penalty again. Both of them on third and longs. Remember last time the same thing. And let me say this on third and long. You hit it earlier. The middle of the field is open. They're playing so deep. You saw that deep ball the last play. They were covering it. They're playing deep. The play for a third and long, a 15 to 16-yard pass, is that middle route on that defense. As the safeties are playing so far, you don't even see the safeties in your screen right now. They're so far back.
And Brom now making a little change here. West Virginia adjusts to what they think he might be thinking. Knows their middle of the field. Tinch stretches, and I think he got it. Great effort that time by the senior Joshua Tinch. He's a
yak. That's called yak. Yards after catch. Poor tackling on that series. Poor tackling. Watches Joshua Tinch catches the ball. You made him throw underneath. Now just make the clean tackle. He's not going to get the first down. He's going to punt. Missed tackle. He gets the first down. And now Louisville retains possession of the ball.
They needed 10. He got 11. Take a good look at Tinch, who's over 120 career catches now. He has 5 for 52. Bush, and he's now over 100 yards in this half. Boo McClee on the stop. And Louisville marching toward perhaps another score. Well, coming up on our Capital One halftime show, to join John, Craig, and Aaron Taylor. They will have all the highlights and analysis from all of today's big games, including 5 head-to-head matchups of top 25 teams. This is one of those really fun days of college football. Oh, Bush is 102 yards, by the way, Terry.
Yeah, he is just an incredible football player for Louisville.
They'll try for more. Oh, look at that move. Are you kidding? That flag down, however, and this is probably going to come back, but that was unique.
You know, just like last time, he bounces outside. An inside running play becomes an outside running play, and now the guy blocking, there's the holding call. Now the blocker is blocking the wrong way because the runner is bounced outside. It drives you crazy, but what a runner with that kind of size, 250 pounds.
Very, very unusual. See, the guy I think of, and maybe I'm a little off here, I think of kind of like a somewhat smaller Craig Ironhead Hayward type.
Yeah, he reminds me of that
holding,
too.
number 78 on the offense, 10-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage. Repeat second down.
That's Travis Lafew making his 44th straight start today. A senior, too, 6'4", 304. But we've talked to offensive linemen. They hold on every play. They admit it.
Yeah, that's right. We were talking to Dan Moses, the center for West Virginia. We had lunch with the captains in West Virginia, as they traditionally do with the TV personalities, and they said they hold every play. Michael Bush there, 102 yards, 5.7-yard carry. Michael Bush, I think he's tied for the leading scorer in the country.
That's going to bring you up second down and about 15 and a half for the white-shirted Cardinals. West Virginia brings the blitz. Brom, and out of hands, intercepted. Big break for the Mountaineers, and of course, around the football, it's Lorello. His 3rd interception of the year. Somebody had to make a play for the Mountaineers to light the fire in Morgantown, Terry, and he did it.
Well, I mean, it's just a good, solid play. Nothing wrong on Brian. Watch Brian Brom. Gets back. You got pressure on him coming inside. He tries to stick it in. There's not a bad throw. There's the catch right in the hands. The missed reception and now the deflection for the interception.
Well, that's 10. She's had a great game, and give credit to Jay Henry. Watch 42 here on the blitz with the pressure.
And watch Mike Lorello right there. He's just being in position, to make something happen.
That ball, frankly, should have been caught.
Exactly.
Sure,
Not a bad play by Brian Brahman. That ball should be caught. It still would have been a punt.
White remains in at quarterback, and the West Virginia run game with Slayton just isn't getting going.